All right, ladies and gentlemen, there she is. 1995 GMC Sierra. It's a truck that I've wanted for a long time. Granted, this one is not in perfect shape, but it's a good starting point. So let's go over the whole truck. When I first got it, it had horrible tail lights in it, so I changed them and just put the stock ones back in it. I like the way the stock ones look. We got paint peeling everywhere. You can see right here, this step is broken and they've got a piece of like sheet metal riveted on, covering that. I don't know why they did that. Scar audio, just because I already replaced all the interior speakers with Scar audio replacements. As you can see, the door does not line up the way it's supposed to, and when you open it a little ways, it hangs low. So I've got hinge bushings, pin bushings, new pins for it coming. There's the interior. It's got 250K on it. Dash is cracked. Missing that piece of trim on the back. That's all stuff I'm gonna fix. Carpet's dirty as shit. Moving around to the front, we've got black housing lights, turn signals, running lights, and headlights. All the way around, more paint peel. Move around to this side and it's in a whole lot better shape. It's just dirty. So there you go. Hopefully the next time you see this truck, it'll be sitting 6 inches lower in the back, 4 inches lower in the front. The parts should be here tomorrow. And that's it. All right, the parts finally came in today. Let's see what we got. First of all, heavy box, that's the back kit. We got all of the hardware. Okay, we got bump stops, we got nuts, bolts, we got spacers, we got everything that's for the hardware right there. We've got Beltec flip kit plates, U-bolt plates, times 2. We have got also Beltec U-bolts times 4. We have got spring purchase times 2. We have got shock extenders, times 2. Also Beltec. This whole kit's Beltec. We've got all of that. Let's see what this is. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what this is. I'm gonna have to look and see. And last, but definitely not least, we have got C-notches. They've got spots for 8 bolts and a bump stop hole. And actually 2 more bolts on the bottom side, okay? So this goes up on the side of the frame. We cut this part out, this goes in, bump stop goes here, makes more clearance. And we have got 2 of those. Bingo, 2 of them. Move some cash out of the way. So, some of y'all are probably watching, y'all probably know exactly what this is. I don't, I'm gonna have to look. I'll be honest, I don't know. But that is our flip kit. okay, which is a lowering kit for the back of this truck. And basically what it is right now, your leaf spring is here, your axle is here, okay? So a flip kit, so let's just say this is the spring, this is your leaf spring, your axle's here on the bottom of it. A flip kit, you take the axle off, you drop one end of the leaf spring, you move the axle on top, you raise the leaf spring back, and that gives you 6 inches of drop because it moves the axle up, which moves the body down. And it makes your truck 6 inches shorter on the back. About 6, anywhere from 4 to 6 inches depending on what it's on. And that's what that is. So, set all this stuff to the side. Nice, pretty Beltec parts, and I got one more box. One more front part. So the thing about these kits is if you go 6 inches in the rear, which is a flip kit, then you got to go 4 inches in the front to make it set level. So the way you do that is two different parts. Number one, is a spindle. Let me get all this paper off here and show you this nice, shiny part. And these are made by Lowestar. This is a drop spindle. So this is where your wheel goes. This is where your hub goes. Your wheel bearing rides on here. Your nut to hold your axle on, or your wheel bearing and your rotor on. Pull all that off, your hub, put the new one on, and this is 2 inches higher than on the regular spindle. I don't know which side this is, I'd have to look. But either way, yeah, I believe it goes like this. Passenger side. So this is 2 inches higher, which gives you 2 inches of drop same way. Now I can find everything in this kit pretty easily except for springs. Springs were a lot more than I wanted to spend. So springs are springs. I hopped on the old Facebook Marketplace and I bought a set of 2-inch lowering springs, and these are going to fit an 88 to 98 C1500, which is what I've got. And that's how you do it. So 2 inches out of the springs, 2 inches out of the spindle will give us 4 overall. The flip kit will give us 6 in the back, and then we'll see how it sits. It sits fairly close to level right now, so I'm afraid the back's going to be a little bit lower than the front. And if that's the case, I'm going to use a lift shackle. I may have to custom build one, and I'm going to raise the back end up enough. I'm gonna measure, find the difference, and raise the back end enough to where it sets level or just a hair higher in the front. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and start some prep work on it tonight. I'm gonna finish the job up in the morning whenever it's a little warmer. As you can see, I don't smoke. It's pretty chilly out here, and these parts are cold. But that's what we got. So hopefully next time you see me, we'll be putting this on the truck, and then you'll get to see the final product. All right, well, it's the next day because I'm worthless. I stayed up all night and didn't do anything except come in. It's about midnight out here. It's my birthday, just turned 30 minutes ago. So I'm about to hop on here, get the wheels pulled off, get some jack stands on it, at least have it ready to do tomorrow. I don't believe I'm gonna pull the bed. I was just watching a video. The guys did it pretty easy without pulling the bed. So I'm gonna do the same thing and we'll see. Hopefully I don't regret that, but I think it'll be all right. So be back in a minute. Dude. So I got this wheel off. I just want to take a second to appreciate the fact that there's like barely any rust under here. The bolts for the leaf springs look good. The frame looks good. The bolt on the front of the leaf spring looks good. Like, this is in really good shape. Like, really good shape. So apparently somebody replaced the studs on this side because there was like a good inch sticking through on the other side, which isn't a big deal. They're all the way through. plenty of threads, but apparently they replaced that. But on this side, same thing. In really, really good shape overall. This truck came from Kansas, so that's kind of surprising. All right, people, so this is just a pro tip from a non-pro, semi-pro. You get your truck on jack stands. Before anybody climbs under it, just grab the bed, grab somewhere solid. Give it a little shake both directions. I've seen cars fall on people, and it's not pretty. Usually it's because of jack stands. So just make sure they're all sitting on the ground, and just give it a little shake, okay? Well, I'm definitely not an expert, but I got everything loose off the rear end. Got the front of the springs dropped just because I didn't think I was gonna be able to get the rears down. So now I gotta slide this forward, drop the springs, slide it back, and put it all back together. Now, I will tell you, alone, this is an ass whooping. So hopefully you got a partner that can come help you. All right, dudes. So they sent me the wrong parts. They sent me 2 driver's side spindles. So in true trailer trash racing fashion, I cut one of the springs. I'm putting it back together. I already emailed them. They're sending me the right part. I'm just tired of waiting. I need to drive this truck. So we're putting it together with the cut spring and the regular stock spindle. We'll fix it when we get the parts. All right, I got with the company that made the Lauren kit. They sent me the right parts. I got them thrown on, and we just buttoned it up. So here she is.